The History of Manufacturing in the City of Wayne, an Overview by Alfred Brock, Part 7. This is our second digression from the central discussion of the history of manufacturing in the city of Wayne. Malcolm X was born Malcolm Little, also known as El Haj Malik El Shabazz, worked for a time in the city of Wayne. This notable American lived and worked here in the city of Wayne. His work history here included employment as a final assembler at the brand new Ford Wayne assembly plant starting in January 1953. Remarking upon his work at a local store, he wrote, "I left the furniture store. I earned a little bit better weekly paycheck working in the Garwood factory in Detroit, where big garbage truck bodies were made. I cleaned up behind the welders each time they finished another truck body." Now, we have been discussing the history of manufacturing here in Wayne, but what is manufacturing without the men and women that do it? The caliber, ability, and expertise of the workers who have learned their trades and expended their careers here among us should not be understated. I would just take a moment to speak out loud the words we see here attributed to this man. "I'm for truth, no matter who tells it. I'm for justice, no matter who it's for or against." I believe in human beings and that all human beings should be respected as such, regardless of their color. Without education, you're not going anywhere in this world. In all our deeds, the proper value and respect for time determines success or failure. Finally, history is not hatred. Good one, Malcolm. From aircraft motors, aircraft bodies, truck parts, bus frames, and now automobile engines, aluminum has played a large part in the manufacturing activities in the city of Wayne. The city of Wayne sits at the crossing of two major railways. Just about any raw material you could desire can be brought here in a reasonable amount of time. Also, again owing to the convenient rail facilities, anything that is manufactured here can be dispatched anywhere in the state, across the nation, and around the world in a reasonable and profitable amount of time. The wonder metal of aluminum, when combined with the energy and ability in the city of Wayne, has created a wide variety of opportunities, fashioned new ideas, and harvested patents from many manufacturing operations. We also have a major metals dealer here in Wayne that is moving lots of aluminum for the manufacturing of today. Charles W. Atwood, head of Decaleco and Unistrut. There he is. Please note that Mr. Atwood was good enough to donate the land that now forms Atwood Park in the city of Wayne. He was a great supporter of the recreation in the city of Wayne, and the monthly newsletter from the company showed that this was very much the case. At the time this image was created, the city of Wayne was a village. The village government had a president. At this time, the president was Duncan Miller, who also happened to be a member of the board of the Unistrut Corporation. The first prefabricated spatial structural system developed in the United States was the Unistrut System. This system was patented by Charles W. Atwood of the Atwood Development Company of Wayne, Michigan, which built the first building using a Unistrut system in 1944. Further development of the Unistrut system continued in 1949 when it was taken up by the Engineering Research Institute at the University of Michigan. Because of the small module sizes, the members were light and could be easily put together using simple tools. The Unistrut system was later renamed Moduspan. Decaleco, the predecessor company to the Unistrut Corporation, was established in 1924 by Charles Atwood, a graduate of the University of Michigan School of Architecture. Atwood, upon graduation, had first worked as a machinist with Willys Overland Company in Ohio. He then formed his own architectural firm of Atwood and Trisell. This firm soon dissolved, and Atwood next joined the architectural firm of Smith, Hinchman, and Grills Associates. There he was given the assignment of designing powerhouses to contain electrical circuits, generators, and switches. A few years after Decaleco Incorporated was established, metal-clad switchgear was introduced into the market. Atwood recognized the impact that this innovation would have on his company. In order to keep Decaleco competitive, he addressed problems related to electrical powerhouses, the lack of housing for electrical wires and conduits, and the lack of plumb and square floors for the powerhouses. Atwood devised an adjustable frame system which could support heavy loads and solve both of these problems. The 1950s witnessed further expansion and international marketing by the company. In 1957, Unistrut exhibited a building constructed entirely from the company's metal framing system at the international trade fairs. In 1962, Unistrut Corporation acquired Unistrut Products Corporation so that all business activities associated with Unistrut products was conducted from the Wayne, Michigan location. The telespar and space frame systems were also developed during this time period. In 1964, Charles Atwood passed away. In the beginning of the 1980s, the company focused on utilizing computers to control inventory. Employee teams were also formed to improve the quality of the company's product. One of the projects tackled by the company during this time was the construction of the Shah Alam Stadium in Malaysia. The stadium was built using Unistrut's space frame system. It seats 81,000 people and incorporates the longest freestanding arch in the world. This is the entrance canopy to the Georgia Dome, also built with Unistrut technology. Upper left, the Unistrut building at the University of Michigan School of Architecture, 1955. Photographer, John G. Zimmerman. Lower left, the Hoover Elementary School in Wayne, a Unistrut building. On the right, the Horace Mann Elementary School in Wayne, a Unistrut building. This is the third and final digression. Those two schools were used in a social experiment to determine the difference in learning between children in a school with windows and a school without windows. The study was carried out by Larson, Theodore, and others through Michigan University as reported in November 1965. The actual experiment appears to have been carried out in 1962. So we reach the end of this overview in the history of manufacturing in Wayne, Michigan. This is an overview of a very large subject worthy of great attention and which will surely yield many wonderful things in the future. Thank you for your attention, and this concludes this presentation.